Good morning everyone. Thank you for joining me. We're back, we're live. Sometimes we just have a few little challenges when we do this every morning, and now Facebook is doing what it does so well, which is building an audience just for me, which is very kind of it. Thank you so much. It's just gone 7 o'clock, and now the news. This week on the My365, we have shown you how you could be a better version of yourself, how you can really take you and your life to the next level. And there's something I'd really like all of you to write down, and that is this. Let's just share this in one group. There we go, in the private group there, and then we are done. We are good to go. There. So we've spent 5 days. This has been the week on Valentine's, and many people don't actually know the origin of Valentine's. We're celebrating often something which, believe it or not, originates from the Roman times, between the 13th and the 15th of February, where they would kill dogs and goats, I believe, and then take the hide, the skin, and then whip women with it, and women would line up. That's where the origin of it comes from. It's pretty crazy, right? And of course, we don't do that anymore. We often, some people do, obviously, but some people mentally beat the crap out of themselves all the time. Some people really do not love themselves at all, which is crazy, because once upon a time, all you were just full of love. That's what you radiated to the world. I wonder, when you were a baby, how many people come up to you and went, wow, that's a really cute little baby, because you were just full of life, full of love, and people were magnetized to you. So we've looked at a lot this week, and this is one of the things I do. I obviously have my 365 journal, but I also every week love to wrap everything up, and this is the review of the whole week for me, and that's what I want to do. I want to give this information to you, and I'd like you to reflect on what we've done. So if you're serious about changing your life and living the inspired life, that's what we do here. We inspire people to be better than their best every single day. That's what we do. Then take some time to reflect. What have I learned this week? What have I achieved? And what am I going to do with this information? I believe this information, if you act upon it, is going to change the world, because the world needs all of us to spread love. Look, we can spread many different things. Just like if you do eat bread or rye bread, you could spread whatever you pretty much wanted on there. You can spread worry, doubt, frustration, greed, anger, hatred, depression, sadness. You can spread that. And many of us are very good at spreading it. Why? It's called practice. Practice, 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 practice. And many of you know it's easy. It's easy for us to be negative. How many of you find it really easy? Hands up. Show me some hearts. Oh no, show me some thumbs up if you find it easy to be negative. Good morning, Alex. I just saw your image on Instagram of you seeing John Daly. Wow. Unbelievable. Instagram says pause due to poor connection. What can you do? Now it's back. So what is truly, I find it really easy to get confused. I find it really easy to get sidetracked. I find it really easy to let my frustrations get the better of me. Don't look at this as right or wrong. It's just something that you're very, very good at doing. What we have to work on is taking our game to a whole new level. That's what life is. It's a game. By the way, bottom left, please feel free to share this. This information is extremely powerful, and I know it's going to make a difference to at least one person's life out there. One person at least will watch the fact that you shared this, look at the title and go, what type of lover do I want to be? Look at it and think, oh my God, it's got nothing to do with what I thought it was to be. You see, we have the opportunity to spread love. If you feel love, your vibration, I believe you will, people call it the law of attraction. If you don't believe how you feel affects everything, go and hang out with a group of people who are angry or depressed, and see how long it takes for you to feel the same way. How you feel shapes everything. But what we talked about this week is neuroscience. The science of the heart, how there is a cranial nerve. It's the 10th cranial nerve. It's called the vagus, spelled with a V-A-G-U-S, the vagus nerve. that goes down from deep within your brain stem. It touches various different organs and it goes to your heart. So your heart and your brain are connected. But many of us just follow our head and we don't follow our heart. Yet your heart is sending out a magnetic energy that you can often feel. You can be in the love field and you can feel that resonation coming off. And I encourage all of you to think about this, write this down, to be the change that you want to be in the world. To be the change that you want to be in your world. And write this down, self-absorption. You see, if you choose a path to take in life, and let's say you choose to live the inspired life, which is what My 365 is all about, it's not about being inspired all the time, and this is what we're going to look at next week. It's recognizing when you're off being on. Write that down. I'm kind of giving you some stuff for next week. Recognize when you're off being on, when you're not being productive, when you're not in a particularly resourceful state. Like coming back from being away, it's been a little challenging for a few different reasons, but the things that I can stick to, the things that I can do are my rituals, my daily rituals. I have to get them done, even when I don't feel like doing them, because what has feeling like got to do with getting done what needs to get done? Does that make sense? Show me some hearts if that makes sense. I made a little broadcast last night to our elite members saying this: if you want something in life, don't let circumstances get in the way, because circumstances will always come and go. So many of you are so good at being off from being on. And this is why I ask you, look, I'm going to go to the gym after this, because I like to work on my body, but not just because of my body, it helps me with my mind. What we have to do is we have to strengthen the tone of the vagus nerve. How do we do that? We have to practice showing love. Write these words down. Celebration. The celebration and also the compassion. I want you to start celebrating other people's success. And those of you that do make videos and write down what you're doing, focus on what you're doing. Don't focus on what you're not doing. If you want to spend a bit of time on that, that's great. But spend more time. What are you doing? What are you doing to make yourself feel proud? What are you doing that you love about yourself? Can you see, if you learn to love you and appreciate yourself, you won't look for the world to validate you. And that's what most people want. We want validation from the world, and validation is great. Thank you for all the hearts and the thumbs up. If I was doing this and there was no one here, it would be a bit more challenging. I wouldn't do it. I'm doing it because you showed up. So your validation and your approval is nice. I appreciate it. But what's more important is what I'm putting into this. What am I putting into the world that I live in? What are you putting into the world that you live in? And next week is all about inspiration. Next week is all about you being the superhero in your life. You deciding where you want to go. You deciding what powers that you need to develop. You working on your signature strengths that every single person has. So let's go a little bit more into reviewing last week. So I've got this all written down here. So what we talk about is what we call positivity resonance. So we talk about love. There's a great book called Love 2.0, and it talks about Love 1.0, which is all about the love that you have with someone who's really close to you, the love that you feel when you hear a song that you really like. But a new level of love is about what we call positivity resonance, when you with at least one person, one or more, and you feel a connection. You feel a connection between you and that person, and you feel it. It's a synchronicity, and then when you reflect on it, you can feel that feeling even more. Now those feelings pass because emotions come and go. And I'm asking all of you every day to get out there into the world and spread more love. Even you have to practice it. You want a bigger bicep, get down the gym or lift a weight, keep doing it, don't do it once. This is something you almost have to discipline yourself to do. And we call this a loving meditation or a loving visualization. It's take time every day just to think about who in your life do you love? Who in your life loves you? What are you proud of? And think about that. And this is a real key word, a real key word. Please write this word down as we come to the end of this week on the Week on Love, is emotionalize. What does that mean? emotionalize. It means when you think of something you love or something you're grateful for, feel it. Feel it in your hands, feel it in your feet, feel it in your head, feel it everywhere. Emotionalize that feeling. Bring it to life. I talked to you yesterday about the love that I have for my mum. When I really think about that, I can well up. I could start to cry about it if I really wanted myself to do it, to feel the love. The love that she has given to me, as she still gives me. I have to give that love. I have to pay it forwards. That's what the world needs. And what we're really going to be looking at, and I'm so excited to share some of this stuff with you, is how to love what you do. You know, to really love what you do, even when it's tough, even when it's difficult. So, and this is one of the things that I do with leadership. In leadership, you know, leaders, if they don't love what they do, love is like a fire that excites, that ignites. It's a very, very powerful force. That's why your heart is the most powerful organ in the body. But it's funny, does love just come from your heart when you really feel it? Or can it come from every single part of your body? Right now, how many of you can feel the love that Pete Cohen has for every single one of you that is showing up here right now? It's time for us to emotionalize. I dare you, when you're with someone you love or someone you know that needs love, take the feeling right now. Everyone right now, think of something you love. Think of someone or something that you love, right? Everyone do it. Go on, I dare you. Think of something. Write it down here if you like, quickly. Something you love, something that it really makes you feel love. Think about that right now. And think about, where do you feel that feeling in your body the most? Do you feel it in your hands? Do you feel it in your heart? Do you feel it in your stomach? Imagine you could double the feeling. So you could take the feeling and you could put it down into your toes. So you can feel love in your toes, and you can feel it, whoa, in your hands, and you can feel, whoa, in your head. You can feel it in your back. You can feel yourself filling up with love, like going to the petrol station, filling yourself up with petrol. You are filling yourself up with love. Do this with me right now. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. And then imagine it starts to come out of your body. It's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out in front of you. It's going behind, it's going over there, it's going over there, it's going up there, it's going down there. It's spreading right out to you. So Joanne is spreading love to Marcia in Madeira. Marcia is giving it straight back to Larry. Larry is giving it to Louise. We're just spreading it. We are spreading it because we are attuned. It's a vibration. It's what we call positive resonance. And this is what you can get fed up on. Not fed up, but you can feed yourself up and get fed up. This is a key thing, guys. Get fed up of realizing when you're off being on. Who is the person that you want to be in this world? It's time to celebrate others' success. It's time to show compassion, more compassion. I think a lot of you, you're brilliant. You show a lot of compassion to each other, but it's time for a bit more compassion to yourself. I really hope that you've enjoyed this week. Let's get out of our cocoon of self-absorption. Let's go and practice love making. Let's make it. Let's generate it. Let's share it. Because this is the biggest movement of positive personal development in the world. And it grows every day because people like you are going to work on yourself. Change that you want to be in your life. I appreciate every single one of you. So Jackie, when you think of your husband and your kids, and even if they're not there, think about them. Become aware of the feelings, the sensations, the emotions, and spread that love all over your body. It's amazing what you can do when you decide what it is that is important to you. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll be sending out our email today, so there'll be... Oh, it has reconnected. Wow, it's reconnected. Let's just do one thing I like to do now. If we go here and we go here and we go... No, bear with. Let's go live there. So guys, show me some hearts if this has been an interesting week for you. I know some of you, a lot of you have gone now, but that's fine. Have a great day. Our elite members will see you on Monday morning at 6:30. Get ready, pen and paper in hands if you can make that broadcast. And then next week at 7 a.m. it's all about inspiration and you being the hero in your own life. The hero's journey next week on My 365. Get ready for an awesome week. Practice this. This needs work. Make love the emotion that you want to spread more than any other emotion in your life. Be the change. Be amazing. Be incredible. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you so much for joining me. I've had an awesome week. I have learned a lot myself, and I'm excited next week to share some really cool things with all of you. It's time for us to be the hero. Someone take a picture. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your videos or all of your learnings. What have you learned? Stick to it. The 3 questions. What have you learned? What have you achieved? And what are you going to do with it? What have you learned? What have you achieved? And what are you going to do with it? 3 times. What have you learned? What have you achieved? And what are you going to do with it? Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Mark. What? Not try. Just, well, I don't know what I just said. But anyway, just do it, guys. Get it done. Don't try. Just do. Be the change. I can hear myself here. Look. You guys rock it. You're flipping fantastic. Good morning, Jim Lawrence. Have a fantastic day. All the best. Bye-bye. Bye, Melissa. See you in a couple of weeks in Vegas with the Vegas Nerve. Goodbye. Great week. Lots of love.